Let's delve right into algebraic translation by translating some of the most common phrases written out in English into algebra. The first one says a number, and a lot of times on the ACT, and we'll get this in our examples, a lot of times it tells us what to make this number, and a majority of the time it's going to be x, our unknown. Likewise, when it says that number squared, it simply means x to the second power. When we see the word sum or the phrase more than, it implies that we're adding. And when we see the phrase less than or the word difference, we want to subtract. Product implies multiplication. And another common word that implies multiplication is the word of. And a lot of times you'll see these together. The product of 10 and x would simply be 10 times x or 10x. Quotient means that we're going to be dealing with division. And a lot of times this can be written as a fraction. So I'm going to put a fraction bar there. Let's say a over b. The quotient of 6 and x would be 6 over x. Now the most important one, in my opinion, is the word is. And the word is so important because mathematically this means equals. Sometimes we'll see the phrase is equal to or yields, and those also mean equals. Let's delve into some examples. We have our first one. A number x is 22 more than the quotient of 6 and x. Well, let's go right into this. We see that we have a number x. Simply write it as you see it. Let's write x. Then we see the word is. Oh yeah, that means equals. Our next one, we just see the number 22, so let's write that down. More than, that means a plus sign. Then we see another buzzword, the quotient of. Well, quotient is going to mean we're going to put a fraction because it's implying division of two different things, 6 and x. So that's really 6 divided by x. And we have just translated an English phrase into an algebraic phrase. Let's look at our next one. This one's a little weird. With less than, we're kind of working backwards. Here's what I mean. It says for less than a number x. Well, that means we started with some number x, and we went for less than it, or x minus 4. And then, whoops, what did I forget? The number x is being squared. So it's 4 less than x squared, or x squared minus 4. Then that famous is 7. I'm going to give you guys a minute to try this last one here. We see the word product, and that implies multiplication. We're multiplying two things together, x and 10. So we're going to write that as 10 times x, or just 10x, is 16 more than x. And there you go. That's how we translate into the lovely language of mathematics.